Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. This time, we're all about unlocking your potential and helping you build a life that feels truly fulfilling.
Sounds exciting.
It is. We're diving deep into kind of a motivational podcast today.
Yeah.
We'll extract the most important, actionable takeaways to empower you on your self-improvement journey.
Those are always great.
Exactly. So let's unpack this.
Yeah, let's get started. The core message here is super powerful. I mean, it's all about you already having that potential for greatness inside.
Hmm, I like that. So it's not like gaining something brand new, right?
It's more about recognizing and activating what you already have within you.
It's almost like having a superpower you haven't fully tapped into yet.
That's a great way to put it. Think about your own life, all the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned.
Yeah.
Each experience has shaped you and shown your inner strength.
It's true, but it's so easy to forget how resilient we actually are, you know?
Seriously.
We get so caught up in the day-to-day and lose sight of the bigger picture.
And that's where this idea of having a clear vision for your life comes in. The source we're looking at, it uses this analogy of a roadmap.
Okay, a roadmap. I could see that.
Without one, it's so easy to get lost.
Makes sense. So how can our listeners actually create that roadmap?
Well, it starts with asking some pretty big questions, like what do you truly want to achieve?
Yeah.
What kind of person do you aspire to be? What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Wow, those are deep.
Huh.
And it can feel like a lot of pressure, you know?
Oh, I totally get it. That's why I like how the source approaches this. It says that your vision doesn't have to be set in stone.
That's reassuring.
It can, and it probably should, evolve as you grow and learn.
Right.
The main thing is the commitment to personal growth itself.
Yeah. That takes the pressure off of having a perfectly formed plan right from the start.
Yeah.
So if our vision is the roadmap, what's like the engine that keeps us going?
I think the source dives into that with this idea of mindset. They compare a fixed mindset, where you think your abilities are just set, with a growth mindset.
Okay, I've heard of those before.
And with a growth mindset, you embrace challenges. You see failure as a chance to learn.
Can you give us an example of how these play out in real life?
Sure. Imagine you're learning something new, like playing guitar.
Yeah, classic example.
Someone with a fixed mindset might be like, ugh, I'm just not musically talented, I'll never get this.
Oh, yeah.
But someone with a growth mindset might think, okay, I'm just starting out. With practice and dedication, I can get better.
It's amazing how a shift in perspective can change everything.
Right. A growth mindset lets you see setbacks as like stepping stones instead of roadblocks.
Interesting. Instead of getting discouraged, you use those setbacks to learn and improve.
Yeah,
Okay, so we've got the vision, the growth mindset. It's like building that foundation for success.
exactly.
But how do we actually make progress toward our goals?
Well, that's where goal setting comes in. The source really stresses setting meaningful goals that match your values.
So not just any random goals, but ones that really resonate with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to make those goals more achievable, it talks about this SMART goal framework.
Ah, SMART goals. I've heard of those, but I'm always up for a refresher.
Of course. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's say your goal is writing a novel.
Okay, big goal.
Yeah, definitely. Instead of just saying, I want to write a novel, a SMART goal could be something like, I will write 500 words every day for the next 6 months.
Ah, I see. Much more concrete.
Right. It's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to your big goal of writing that novel, and it's time-bound.
It's like taking that big, daunting goal and breaking it down into manageable steps.
And what's often overlooked is the journey itself.
The journey.
It's not just about the end goal, but the skills and resilience you build along the way.
You mean like becoming a better writer in the process?
Exactly. As you work toward your goals, you're constantly learning, adapting, and growing as a person.
It's about embracing the entire process, the ups, the downs, and knowing that each step is shaping you.
I love that. And that brings us perfectly to another key theme: resilience.
Resilience, okay.
The source defines it as the ability to bounce back from setbacks and even get stronger through those tough times.
Yeah, that's so important, especially when we talk about personal growth, right?
Totally.
We're going to face challenges, setbacks, maybe even some failures along the way. It's how we deal with those that really matters.
I love how the source frames setbacks as opportunities for growth.
Tell me more about that.
It's not about dodging challenges altogether. It's about seeing them as stepping stones, not roadblocks.
That's kind of like the idea that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. But it's more than just a saying, it's a shift in how you think. Instead of letting setbacks define you, you use them to learn, adapt, and come back even stronger.
I like that. So powerful.
And the source really drives this home with a powerful message. Setbacks are not the end of the road, they are just bumps along the way.
Wow. Just bumps along the way. I love that.
Yeah, it really puts things in perspective. It's a powerful reminder that challenges aren't there to break us, but to, like, make us stronger.
And sometimes those bumps can even lead you down a path that's even better than what you originally planned.
Absolutely. It's like the scenic route. Sometimes you discover the best things when you're not exactly on the main road.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about our own potential, the importance of a vision, having a growth mindset, setting those SMART goals, and the importance of resilience. It's amazing how these all just kind of connect, right?
Yeah, they work together. Like they create this framework for self-improvement.
Exactly. But how do we actually put all of this into practice? What are some real examples of how these ideas work?
Sure, let's take the growth mindset. Let's say you're a student and you're struggling with math.
Okay, relatable.
Instead of thinking, I'm just bad at math, which is that fixed mindset, you could say, I haven't quite got this concept yet, but I'm willing to put in the work to learn it.
Right, so it's about changing how you talk to yourself, focusing on the process of learning instead of the outcome.
Exactly. And it's not just words, it's actions too. Like instead of giving up, you get some extra help, you practice more, maybe you break the problem down into smaller steps.
That's such a good point. It takes the pressure off of being perfect and lets you just focus on getting better bit by bit.
Now let's think about goal setting. Let's say you're a professional and you want to move up in your career.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't.
Instead of that vague goal of get promoted, you could use the SMART framework to make it more, specific.
Okay, I'm curious, how would you apply SMART to that kind of career goal?
So let's break it down. A SMART goal might be something like, I will finish a professional development course in leadership by the end of the next quarter.
Okay.
And then I'll actively look for opportunities to, lead projects at work.
Wow, that's so much clearer than just saying get promoted.
Yeah.
It gives you a path, actual steps to take.
Right. It's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to your career goals, and it has that time limit. And by focusing on those skills, you're setting yourself up for success.
I like that. So we've got students tackling math with a growth mindset, professionals working on their careers with SMART goals. What about resilience? How can we actually build that up?
One of the best ways to build resilience is this idea of reframing. Remember those bumps in the road?
Yeah.
It's all about how you see them. So instead of seeing a setback as a total failure, try to see it as a chance to learn. What can you take away from this experience? How can you use it to grow?
I see. So you're turning those negative experiences into something positive. You can use them to fuel your future success.
Exactly. And it's important to remember everyone faces setbacks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just a part of life. The key is not letting those setbacks define you.
It's about getting back up and learning from what happened. It's such an important message for everyone. We all have so much potential, but it's not always going to be easy.
Yeah, it's a journey.
There will be those challenges, those setbacks, but that's okay. It's all about how we choose to deal with them.
Yeah, it really feels like we've been given this incredible toolkit. The vision, the mindset, the goals, the resilience to help us navigate life and achieve those dreams.
And the cool thing is it's adaptable.
Right.
It works in any part of your life, your relationships, your career, your creative stuff, anything.
Yeah. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. It's a framework you can personalize for your own journey.
Exactly. And remember, it's not about being perfect.
Oh, that's so important.
Progress over perfection, right?
Absolutely. So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, what's one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
The biggest one, I think, is this. You already have that power inside you to create the life you want. It all starts with believing in yourself.
Yeah, self-belief is huge.
Setting that clear vision, having that growth mindset, setting those SMART goals, and of course, building up that resilience. And, you don't have to do it alone. It's so true. Having a support system is so key. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, find mentors, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Exactly. This whole deep dive has been about giving you the tools to start your own self-improvement journey.
Yeah, those tools are amazing.
And now it's up to you to, actually use them. Start small, keep at it, and celebrate those wins along the way.
I've loved this conversation. I really hope our listeners feel empowered to unlock their potential and create a life that feels truly fulfilling. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. So embrace the process, learn from every experience, and never stop growing.